You didn't stumble upon this by accident. Something in your spirit pulled you here, didn't it? That quiet whisper that keeps returning, telling you, open this now, don't wait? It wasn't your imagination, it was Archangel Michael himself, breathing urgency into your soul because this message carries the weight of a miracle that was assigned to your name before you were even born. Yes, you. The one who has waited too long for answers, who's been staring at the ceiling asking for signs. You've cried silent tears no one else saw, but heaven kept count of every one. This is the moment that heaven shifts in your favor, but only if you keep reading, only if you don't close this right now. Because today, yes, today, July 13th, your entire destiny bends toward a new direction, and if you miss it, it might not return. Archangel Michael has never sounded the trumpet like this without a divine reason. He's not just watching, he's fighting battles behind the veil you can't see. And this time, the command he gave was urgent: tell them this is only for July 13th. Not tomorrow. Not next week. If they ignore this, they walk away from the very breakthrough they've prayed years for. Yes, he used the word breakthrough because that's what's coming. But it has a condition: what you do in the next few hours determines if it reaches your doorstep or fades like a forgotten dream. Some people pray for miracles but scroll past the moment the miracle knocks. Don't let this be you. Don't shut the door on heaven. You've always known deep down that something bigger was planned for your life. You've seen it in flashes, in dreams that felt too real to be fake. In moments when the number 1111 or a sudden goosebump came out of nowhere. You felt protected even in dark seasons. That wasn't coincidence. That was Archangel Michael assigning angels to your name while the world told you to give up. You're not reading this because you're curious. You're reading because your soul remembers what your mind has forgotten, that there was a divine agreement made for you before you entered this life, and today is the moment that agreement is activated. This isn't superstition. This is prophecy being fulfilled. Archangel Michael is saying your name in the heavens as we speak. Not yesterday. Not next week. Today. Your name is echoing in spiritual halls where decisions about destiny are made. And you know what the angels are saying? They're ready now. After everything you've endured, every betrayal you forgave, every time you kept walking with no clear path, the divine realm is rewarding that unseen loyalty. But it's time sensitive. That's why he said, this order is for July 13th only. It's not just about hearing the message, it's about acting on it before the window shuts. Because doors that are wide open now will close at midnight, and your next season depends on whether you walk through or stand still. Wait, before you read further, let me ask you something. Do you feel like someone up there has been trying to reach you? Dreams you couldn't shake off. A feather at your feet. Repeating numbers. Random thoughts that feel like warnings or gentle pushes. These weren't coincidences. These were the soft knockings of divine messengers trying to get your attention for this very day. They knew this message would reach you. They waited. And now they're whispering, please don't scroll away. Please don't delay. This is your moment. So pause everything else. Your angels are leaning in. And God? God has already made the final decision. It's yes, it's yours, it's ready. But you must unlock it in this hour. Glowing star, just a second. If your heart already feels something stirring, if your spirit is nodding yes, then you're already aligned. To stay connected to these heavenly messages, the ones designed just for your path, tap subscribe right now. There's a reason you're here. Don't let this divine thread break. One click keeps you tethered to the guidance your soul's been craving. What if I told you that your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered? What if I told you that a divine reversal is being prepared for you, but it comes with a countdown? Archangel Michael's words were not poetic, they were a spiritual command. He didn't say, maybe. He said, now. Because there's a timeline in the spiritual realm that doesn't wait on human hesitation. You've been waiting for change, but heaven is waiting on you. You are not being left behind, you are being invited. But it's up to you to walk through the spiritual corridor while the light is still on. Every second past this moment is either progress or delay. You've been asking the same questions over and over: when will my life change? Where is the one I'm meant to be with? Why does it feel like something big is about to happen, but I can't touch it yet? And here comes Archangel Michael saying, the answers are already formed. The delay isn't punishment, it's preparation. But now the release has been authorized. If they accept it before this day ends. The realm of heaven is not slow, it's strategic. It waits for alignment. And right now, you're standing in the center of the biggest alignment of your lifetime. The shift is spiritual, but the results will be physical: relationships, money, direction, clarity, all waiting on your yes. God saw how close you came to giving up this year. He saw you pretending to smile while your heart was heavy. He saw the nights where sleep wouldn't come and the days where energy just disappeared. But he also saw that you didn't give up. You still kept hope. And because of that, heaven is responding not with sympathy, but with strategy. A divine blueprint is unfolding now. Not for next season, not for someday when. For this day. That's why Archangel Michael was so urgent. He knew you'd doubt it. He knew you'd second-guess the timing. But God has already sent the spiritual signature. The seal is on it. You just need to move. God saw how close you came to giving up this year. He saw you pretending to smile while your heart was heavy. He saw the nights where sleep wouldn't come and the days where energy just disappeared. But he also saw that you didn't give up. You still kept hope. And because of that, heaven is responding not with sympathy, but with strategy. A divine blueprint is unfolding now. Not for next season, not for someday when. For this day. That's why Archangel Michael was so urgent. He knew you'd doubt it. He knew you'd second-guess the timing. But God has already sent the spiritual signature. The seal is on it. You just need to move. Your spirit can feel when something is about to shift. It's like that pressure before the rain falls, the invisible builds up before the visible appears. That's what today is. That pressure you're feeling isn't anxiety. It's the spiritual atmosphere rearranging. It's the divine clock ticking. It's the weight of glory that's almost at your doorstep. Don't ignore the signs just because you've been disappointed before. Archangel Michael is wiping away those old cycles. He's ordering a removal of everything that kept you trapped. But he needs your consent. That's the sacred part. Your agreement activates the promise. The miracle is here, but it needs your yes. Do you feel like you're running out of time? That's not panic, it's prophecy. That internal rush you're feeling isn't fear, it's the signal of destiny. Heaven has a way of putting fire under your feet when you're too close to a moment you can't miss. And this is that moment. Your next season of peace, purpose, prosperity, it all hinges on what you do right now. So take a deep breath. Still your thoughts. Let your spirit speak louder than your logic. Because where we're going, logic won't make sense. Miracles never do. But they still happen for those who trust. You're still here, and that means something powerful is happening already. When your spirit refuses to scroll away, when your eyes won't let go of the words on this screen, it's because your soul recognizes the voice of truth. And right now, Archangel Michael is still speaking. He's pacing in the heavens, sending signal after signal because you're still on time, but barely. The clock is ticking not as a warning, but as a wake-up call. Because everything you've asked God for has already been decided in the spiritual realm. But it still requires a response in the physical. You can't receive the blessing if you ignore the instruction. And the instruction is this: July 13th. Today. Now. God is leaning toward you. He's closer than he's ever been. Can you feel it? That strange calm mixed with urgency? That's not confusion. That's divine confirmation. Archangel Michael was sent not just to warn, but to activate. And your activation code is obedience. Even if you don't understand it fully, your spirit does. You felt this tug before, when something told you not to go somewhere and you were spared, when a delay ended up being protection. That's the same energy around this message. A divine detour is being scheduled just for you, but if you don't move now, you'll miss the reroute. And this isn't only about protection. This is about reward. You've been sowing into people, places, dreams, and for too long, it looked like nothing was coming back. But heaven doesn't lose track of seeds. Not one act of love went unnoticed. Not one tear dropped without purpose. And Archangel Michael has gathered it all, yes, even the pain, and he's presenting it before the throne. And you know what God said? Enough delay. They've waited long enough. Let it be done. This is the hour of let it be. But the next few hours determine if it arrives to your hands, or passes to the next. Don't let someone else receive what was always meant for you. Don't let spiritual hesitation become a lifetime of wondering, what if? This is the part where most people miss it. Not because they're not chosen, but because they didn't believe they were. But you? You're different. Your spirit knows this message isn't just a message. It's an assignment. It's a confirmation. It's a rescue. And if you say yes, the next chapter of your life will carry the evidence that heaven kept its promise. The signs are aligning. Your name is on this. Your breakthrough is not being withheld, it's being delivered. But only if the door is open from your side. Archangel Michael sees what's been stealing your energy. The people who drain you. The cycles that repeat. The money that slips through your hands like water. The confusion that clouds your vision. That ends today. Not because you'll fix it by yourself, but because God has decided to intervene. Archangel Michael's sword isn't just symbolic, it cuts cords in the unseen realm. And tonight, he's cutting away everything that was blocking your miracle. But again, your faith gives him permission. Angels can't force a blessing into locked hands. They wait for the open palm. This is your open palm moment. Do not resist it. There are conversations happening in heaven about you right now. Angels with scrolls. Archangels with orders. And God, sitting on the throne, nodding with approval as your name is read aloud. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Your life is not behind schedule. It's right on time, divine time. And July 13th? That's the gate. That's the moment in history when your timeline rewires. You can keep living like yesterday, or you can step into tomorrow right now. But that choice must be made in the next few hours. After that, the spiritual gate will close. And the opportunity will shift. I need you to feel this in your chest. This isn't just inspiration. This is impartation. There is power transferring to you through these words because the Holy Spirit is writing every letter. There's a stirring in your belly, a vibration in your hands, a warmth moving through your chest. That's not imagination. That's God saying, yes, it's time. Yes, it's for you. Yes, I'm with you. All He needs is your willingness. That quiet, okay, that opens every spiritual door. Because once you give God permission to move, nothing in hell or on earth can block what's coming. There are conversations happening in heaven about you right now. Angels with scrolls. Archangels with orders. And God, sitting on the throne, nodding with approval as your name is read aloud. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Your life is not behind schedule. It's right on time, divine time. And July 13th? That's the gate. That's the moment in history when your timeline rewires. You can keep living like yesterday, or you can step into tomorrow right now. But that choice must be made in the next few hours. After that, the spiritual gate will close. And the opportunity will shift. I need you to feel this in your chest. This isn't just inspiration. This is impartation. There is power transferring to you through these words because the Holy Spirit is writing every letter. There's a stirring in your belly, a vibration in your hands, a warmth moving through your chest. That's not imagination. That's God saying, yes, it's time. Yes, it's for you. Yes, I'm with you. All He needs is your willingness. That quiet, okay, that opens every spiritual door. Because once you give God permission to move, nothing in hell or on earth can block what's coming. Don't be distracted. That's the enemy's favorite tactic when destiny is near. He'll send fake urgency. He'll remind you of past pain. He'll whisper, this is too good to be true. But God is whispering louder, this is too divine to miss. So silence the noise. Pull away from everything that confuses you and listen. Your breakthrough doesn't need you to do 1,000 things, it needs you to say one thing, yes, Lord, I'm ready. That one response can break the financial chains. That one response can reconnect you with a soulmate. That one response can push you into the healing that's overdue. One yes. That's it. Remember when you thought nothing would ever change? That feeling of, this is just how life will be? That was a lie planted to keep you stuck. But heaven is unsticking you today. This isn't just a feel-good moment. It's a divine announcement, you have been upgraded. In the spirit. In your mind. In your finances. In your relationships. In your purpose. All of it. And this upgrade came with a delivery time, July 13th. Miss the time, miss the shift. Accept it now, and you walk into a future that looks nothing like your past. Someone in heaven is watching you right now. Not with judgment, but with tears of joy. Because they see that you're still here. You haven't quit. You're still reading. And that means your spirit is stronger than your struggle. They've been praying for this very day, that you'd finally hear the message that changes everything. And today, you did. That's not a small thing. That's divine proof that the heavens are aligning in your favor. Archangel Michael isn't just delivering this message, he's protecting it. And you. Because the next step of your life is bigger than anything you've imagined so far. This is where it gets real, where the veil thins and you feel it, don't you? The chills down your spine, the lump in your throat, the sudden stillness in your spirit. That's because what you're reading isn't just words, it's a divine call echoing across time to your soul. Archangel Michael knew you'd need this. He knew life would try to shake you out of your truth. That the world would try to silence your spirit. But your soul is louder. And right now, it's saying, I'm ready. I can feel something sacred approaching. And that something is closer than you think. Heaven has moved for you, but will you move with it? You've always been spiritually sensitive, even if you didn't know the name for it. You feel people's energy. You sense when something is about to shift. And lately, the air around you has felt different. That's because the spiritual world has been preparing the ground for a harvest only you can receive. Archangel Michael has been sweeping the path ahead. Things that looked like loss were really alignment. Delays were redirections. And now, every detour you didn't understand is being rewritten as destiny. But God won't force you to step through the gate, He'll only invite you. And this is the invitation of a lifetime. You're probably thinking, why now? Why today? Because everything has led to this. This isn't random. It's the activation of every tear, every prayer, every surrender. God saw how you still showed up for others while no one showed up for you. He saw how you smiled through storms, kept the faith when everything was falling apart, held on even when your hands were bleeding from the grip. And heaven has decided that your chapter of delay has expired. Archangel Michael is not delivering a message, he's delivering a decree. Their time starts now. But only if they respond before this spiritual window closes. If you could see what the angels are doing right now in your name, your heart would stop. They're removing names from your path who were only sent to distract you. They're replacing fake friends with divine connections. They're setting financial resources in motion that will show up out of nowhere. That job, that relationship, that clarity, it's all circling your life like planes waiting to land. But God is waiting for one thing from you, space. You have to clear the runway. That means letting go of what you know is draining you. That means saying yes before you see the evidence. That means trusting the nudge that led you here tonight. And if you've ever felt like giving up lately, like just disappearing and starting over, this is why. It's not that your life was falling apart. It was falling into place, but your human eyes couldn't see it yet. Archangel Michael has been standing at your back, whispering strength into your bones. You were never weak. You were being fortified. And today, the proof of that strength is arriving. But you must stay in position. The enemy doesn't attack the weak, he attacks the ones heaven is about to elevate. That resistance? That tiredness? It's not defeat, it's spiritual labor pains. Because what's about to be birthed from your life will bless generations. And if you've ever felt like giving up lately, like just disappearing and starting over, this is why. It's not that your life was falling apart. It was falling into place, but your human eyes couldn't see it yet. Archangel Michael has been standing at your back, whispering strength into your bones. You were never weak. You were being fortified. And today, the proof of that strength is arriving. But you must stay in position. The enemy doesn't attack the weak, he attacks the ones heaven is about to elevate. That resistance? That tiredness? It's not defeat, it's spiritual labor pains. Because what's about to be birthed from your life will bless generations. Listen closely. God is not delaying your blessing, He's protecting its timing. If you had received what you asked for before now, you would have settled. You would have accepted a counterfeit. But now? Now you're mature enough to recognize real love, real purpose, real peace. And God is not in the business of rushing divine things. He waits until you're truly ready, and He says you're ready now. That's why this message reached you today. That's why Archangel Michael was assigned to you with urgency. Because ready or not, the spiritual delivery is arriving. And only you can receive it with a yes. Heaven isn't testing you, it's trusting you. Trusting you to hear this. Trusting you to act. Trusting that despite the trauma, despite the heartbreak, you're still standing. You still believe. And belief is the currency of heaven. You've been storing it for years. Every time you said, "I still have faith," you were making a down payment on this very moment. And now the payout is ready. But you must claim it. You must not doubt it. You must say in your heart, "God, I'm ready. Send what's mine." Because the second that agreement settles in your soul, Archangel Michael releases what's already yours from heaven's storehouse. You don't have to be perfect for God to bless you. You just have to be present. Present in this moment. Present in this decision. Present in this divine invitation. Archangel Michael isn't asking you to fix everything in your life right now, he's asking you to say yes to the one thing that will shift everything: alignment. You don't need more signs. You don't need more confirmation. You are the confirmation. Your being here, still reading, is proof that heaven hasn't given up on you. So don't you dare give up on what's being handed to you now. It's okay if you're scared. It's okay if you've been disappointed before. But fear is a liar, and disappointment is not your prophecy. You are not broken. You are becoming. And this moment right here? It's not another heartbreak waiting to happen. It's the healing you thought would never come. God is not teasing you, He's trusting you with a miracle. And miracles don't make sense until they're complete. So if everything around you still looks cloudy, hold on. The sky is about to clear. But your faith must stay steady through this storm, because the rainbow isn't in the distance anymore, it's at your doorstep. Even now, angels are hovering near you, brushing past your shoulders, whispering, "Say yes. Don't be afraid. We're right here." Archangel Michael isn't far, he's standing beside you with his sword of fire, slaying every demon that tried to sabotage this very moment. The anxiety you feel is not the enemy winning, it's the energy of transformation rushing in. Don't resist it. Let it shake what needs to be shaken. Let it break what needs to be broken. Because everything that falls away today was never meant to go with you into this new chapter. God isn't just upgrading you, He's editing your entire story. And when you look back, you'll remember this day. July 13th. The day when your spirit remembered who you really are. The day when fear lost its grip. The day when heaven stopped being a concept and became a reality. The day when Archangel Michael looked at your name on the scroll and said, "They chose it. They're ready. Release the blessing." And everything shifted. And now, the air around you is different, isn't it? Like something unseen is pressing gently against your chest, holding your attention, refusing to let you move. That's not pressure. That's presence. The presence of God. The breath of angels circling your space, wrapping around your heart, whispering softly, "Don't miss this. Not this time." Because your future is already here, waiting with open hands, but it cannot force itself into a closed life. It can only step through when you open the door wide. And that door is your belief, your trust in this divine message that reached you at the last hour. Archangel Michael isn't finished yet. He's still in motion. Still pulling unseen strings to reroute what the enemy tried to delay. Still organizing connections you didn't even know you needed. Still commanding angels to block accidents, cancel betrayals, and reroute detours. All for you. For your next level. Because there is a next level. And you know it. You felt the dissatisfaction for too long. Like you were made for more but trapped in less. That wasn't arrogance. That was prophecy. And it's not delayed anymore. Not hidden. Not denied. But it is conditional. Conditional on your decision before the gate closes tonight. You are not powerless. In fact, your yes has more authority than you realize. It gives the green light to heaven. It activates angels. It breaks generational cycles. One word from you echoes louder than 1,000 doubts. So right now, say it. Speak it out loud if you can. Whisper it if you must. Yes, Lord. I trust you. I accept what's mine. And when you do? Oh, the movement that will begin. You'll start to see people fall away who were never meant to stay. Opportunities will find you that don't match your resume. Money will come where there was once lack. Healing will touch the parts of you even doctors couldn't name. Because heaven never needed a reason, just your readiness. Say yes, and everything changes. And as your spirit whispers, yes, something eternal begins to unfold. Not just a feeling. Not just a hope. A realignment of everything that was ever meant for you. A return of what you lost, multiplied in grace. A response from heaven that says, finally, they've opened the door. Archangel Michael didn't come to inform you, he came to activate you. And now, your activation has begun. All of heaven is aware. The vibration around you has shifted. The lights in the spiritual realm have turned green. The delay has been dismissed. The battle has been declared over. Now, the blessing begins to pour. And not just any blessing, but the kind that rewrites your identity. The kind that doesn't come to visit, but to stay. Love that doesn't abandon. Purpose that doesn't expire. Money that doesn't run dry. Peace that doesn't come and go with the chaos. The kind of favor that follows you into rooms your resume never even reached. The kind of opportunities that don't make sense on paper but are undeniable in spirit. That's what's been waiting behind your surrender. That's what Archangel Michael was sent to deliver. That's why it had to happen today, no sooner, no later, because the divine setup was perfect. You'll begin to notice things. People reaching out who hadn't thought of you in years. Unexpected checks. Conversations that feel divinely orchestrated. Peace in your sleep. Ideas dropping into your spirit without effort. These aren't small signs. They're the first ripples of the wave that's coming. This is your evidence. That spiritual action brings natural results. That when you say yes in your spirit, the world must respond. Because everything physical obeys what's decided in the unseen. And right now, every unseen force has been ordered to bless you. This blessing will have layers. At first, it'll feel like a wave of relief. Then, it'll become a rush of confirmations. And finally, it will be a steady unfolding of one open door after another. But with it comes clarity, deep, calm, certain clarity. You'll know who's real. Who's for you. What's next? You won't beg for signs anymore. You'll walk with knowing. That's what this yes unlocks. Divine discernment. Permanent favor. And an elevation that doesn't require permission from anyone else. People will ask what changed. They'll notice your glow, your shift, your stability. They won't understand that what happened wasn't external. It was eternal. That heaven touched you in a way the world can't replicate. That Archangel Michael whispered into your life a new reality and God himself nodded in agreement. This isn't a temporary lift, it's a permanent promotion. The valley you were in has been vacated. The pit you were stuck in has been sealed. Your season of testing has ended. And the chapter called elevation has begun. But you must protect it. Because what God releases, the enemy often tries to delay. Not because he can stop it, but because he hopes you will. That you'll return to fear. That you'll question what you felt. That you'll treat this holy encounter like just another moment. Don't do that. Treat this like the miracle it is. Speak life over it. Declare it daily. Act like it's already done. Because in heaven, it is. You're not asking anymore. You're receiving. You're not chasing. You're being guided. Your steps are being ordered with divine precision. And the path ahead is cleared. God is not asking you to be perfect moving forward. He's just asking you to be faithful. To stay in alignment. To stay in tune. To keep your spirit open and your ears tuned to the next instruction. Because this is only the beginning. What starts on July 13th is a cycle of 7 months of divine favor, leading you into a year that will be unrecognizable compared to your past. Mark this, what begins now, will culminate in miracles by the start of the new year. But only if you stay the course. The breakthrough is real. The countdown was not symbolic. It was sacred. You've been chosen to carry something big, something that will inspire others, free others, lift others. You were never meant to live small. You were never meant to dim your light to make others comfortable. Archangel Michael didn't fight for your peace just for you to go back to silence. This is your permission to shine. To speak. To lead. To rise. God isn't just giving you a blessing, He's making you a blessing. You are the answer to someone else's prayer. And now that you've said yes, the ripple effect will begin. And it won't stop until every promise attached to your name is fulfilled. The Holy Spirit is sealing this now. You may feel heat, or tears, or a stillness so deep it anchors you to your chair. That's the divine signature. That's how you know the angels haven't just visited, they've stayed. They are with you now, in this room, surrounding your atmosphere. Not to scare you, but to seal you. You've stepped into covenant. Into covering. Into completion. And from this moment forward, your life is split into 2 parts, before this message, and after. Because nothing remains the same after a divine visitation. So remember this, you didn't find this message. This message found you. Chosen. Appointed. Time to the second. Sent through spiritual channels you can't see but deeply feel. Archangel Michael gave this order for July 13th only, and you showed up right on time. Not a second late. Not one breath out of sync. And now that you've responded, heaven has responded back. God has moved. The angels have been loosed. Your yes has been heard in places your voice has never gone. And the rest? The rest is already being written in favor. The scrolls are open. The ink is fresh. Your name is shining. And as the heavenly hosts return to their thrones, as Archangel Michael lowers his flaming sword in peace, as your soul quiets into a holy calm, you realize something you've always known deep inside. It was always meant to happen like this. And it's already begun. You are not powerless. In fact, your yes has more authority than you realize. It gives the green light to heaven. It activates angels. It breaks generational cycles. One word from you echoes louder than 1,000 doubts. So right now, say it. Speak it out loud if you can. Whisper it if you must. Yes, Lord. I trust you. I accept what's mine. And when you do? Oh, the movement that will begin. You'll start to see people fall away who were never meant to stay. Opportunities will find you that don't match your resume. Money will come where there was once lack. Healing will touch the parts of you even doctors couldn't name. Because heaven never needed a reason, just your readiness. If you're still wondering, what if this isn't real? Let me say this, the enemy doesn't fight fake messages. He doesn't shake you over something empty. He only stirs fear when you're close to truth. And the way your heart has been racing, your breath catching, your eyes stinging with tears, you already know this is truth. Your spirit has already said yes. Don't let your mind talk you out of what your soul is crying for. Don't let human fear cancel divine timing. You are more than worthy. You are more than capable. You are chosen, and your name is still written in the book. There's still time, but not much. Archangel Michael didn't choose any random day. He didn't say, soon. He didn't say, maybe. He said, only on July 13th. That kind of urgency is rare. That kind of order is spiritual law. This isn't superstition, it's supernatural instruction. And spiritual laws don't bend for hesitation. They move for action. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you've been asking for a clear word, this is it. If you've been needing proof that heaven still has your back, this is it. The divine has never shouted louder. The angels have never fought harder. Because this moment is sacred, and it's slipping fast. Right now, someone in another part of the world is receiving their breakthrough because they said yes in their spirit. Someone else is letting this moment pass, not realizing what was on the other side of their faith. But you still have time. You still have breath. You still have the ability to lean in, to accept, to receive. And if you do, Archangel Michael will command his angels to move like never before. You'll see the evidence in 24 hours. The shift will begin within days. And by the time this month closes, you won't even recognize the life you once called yours. But you have to seal it now. With faith. With belief. With surrender. This is your divine deal. It's already been signed in the heavens. The miracle isn't pending, it's packaged. But delivery depends on what you do next. Don't let fear hold the pen that writes the rest of your story. Don't let doubt interrupt what God is trying to complete. This is holy ground, and your feet are standing on it. No more almosts. No more somedays. No more maybe laters. It's now. And now means freedom. Now means favor. Now means you don't have to fight by yourself anymore. You're surrounded. You're backed by angel armies. You're walking into the season that generations before you prayed for but never reached. Archangel Michael is watching, waiting, interceding. His sword isn't just protection, it's declaration. And tonight, he's declaring, this one is chosen. This one is marked. This one has endured enough. He's clearing the sky. He's shifting the storm. But he needs you to cross the line. One step. One moment of complete trust. That's all. Because once you cross it, there's no going back, only forward, only favor, only the flood of goodness that was always meant for you. And when it happens, when the love comes, when the money flows, when the pain lifts, when the joy returns, remember this moment. Remember that heaven didn't forget you. That God heard you every single time. That Archangel Michael fought for you harder than you fought for yourself. That even when you gave up on the blessing never gave up on you. So now, it's your move. There are no coincidences in heaven's timing. This message is your miracle in motion. Your soul knew it before your eyes could see it. All you have to do is say yes. Right now. Before this hour slips. Before the 13th becomes the 14th. Before the order expires. Because what waits for you on the other side of this yes will rewrite everything. And when it does, you'll finally understand why it had to happen this way. Why you had to be broken. Why the delay felt so long. Why the silence was so loud. Because it was never punishment, it was preparation. And now the preparation is over. The order has been sent. The angels are waiting. The miracle is waiting. And heaven's last instruction is this. Say yes, and everything changes. And as your spirit whispers, yes, something eternal begins to unfold. Not just a feeling. Not just a hope. A realignment of everything that was ever meant for you. A return of what you lost, multiplied in grace. A response from heaven that says, finally, they've opened the door. Archangel Michael didn't come to inform you, he came to activate you. And now, your activation has begun. All of heaven is aware. The vibration around you has shifted. The lights in the spiritual realm have turned green. The delay has been dismissed. The battle has been declared over. Now, the blessing begins to pour. And not just any blessing, but the kind that rewrites your identity. The kind that doesn't come to visit, but to stay. Love that doesn't abandon. Purpose that doesn't expire. Money that doesn't run dry. Peace that doesn't come and go with the chaos. The kind of favor that follows you into rooms your resume never even reached. The kind of opportunities that don't make sense on paper but are undeniable in spirit. That's what's been waiting behind your surrender. That's what Archangel Michael was sent to deliver. That's why it had to happen today, no sooner, no later, because the divine setup was perfect.